nervous the morning of and going over my words, but also really excited because I had heard that if you won, you got a round of encyclopedias. And I was pretty excited about that since my parents used to have us read from encyclopedias. And I also remember, I remember coming in, spelling the words, and every time you stood up to spell the word, feeling like the weight of that word and the world was all in that moment, right? It's funny watching the students now. I'm so excited for them. And when I walked in and saw some of them with their list, that same kind of both excitement but nervousness started. I was just like, I'm not competing today, but I felt super nervous.
There's something, my mom was always on me when I was a kid about spelling. She used to beat me at Scrabble, but she would make me spell all the time. And I was an avid reader, so it was great. You know, I would read, I would learn new words. In fact, just recently, I go to dictionary.com. They give me a new word every day, words I've never heard, and they give me the pronunciation, and I said, those words are going to show up on the spelling bee, I just know it.
So we had, like, this year we had over 71 schools. Several schools did not come to the Cluster B, but they actually registered, so I thought they were coming, but several schools dropped out. So in the end, we had around 68 schools to participate. And each school was allowed to have two students and an alternate.
I felt in watching this the first time, as far as being live and watching this, I felt that I was up there. And I was so nervous at some of those questions. And it's just amazing that the intellect and the confidence that these students have here. It just showcases the potential of them and also what the district is doing as far as educating their students.
I think the spelling bee is so important because even in our era of technology where even, students have iPads and iPhones and it still is important to have a sense of the power of language, the power of a knowledge of words and their histories and their meanings, and that the ability to communicate. The Washington Informer is in media, right? No matter how many technology may change the way we communicate, that it won't change still the fundamental need to understand the meaning and the resonance of words to be able to best express ourselves.
I have stayed involved with it because it's exciting. I think it is a motivator for some students. It challenges them to actually study words, learn roots for the words, learn pronunciation, learn origins. It's just a phenomenal thing to see. And it's very exciting to me, and I look forward to it every year.
I think they're absolutely important because it just highlights the need for practice, concentration, and really to elevate and challenge yourself. And at that age, I think the young lady that won today was in 5th grade. That type of concentration and also persistence in trying to make sure that she was able to spell the words correctly. It takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot to get up in front of a live audience and to be able to answer those questions. And it really helps, I think, set the foundation for the students.
I think the toughest part is seeing the kids miss the words. I try to be as clear as I can in terms of pronouncing them, to give them every opportunity to pronounce it and then spell it correctly. And then when they don't get it, I see the disappointment on their face. And I just feel badly for them because you want every one of them to win, but you only know that there can only be one winner.
But I remember most the joy of spelling the words and the kind of excitement, but also the nervousness or tension around getting the words right. And I remember the word I lost on national, which was indemnity, which my parents were very upset with me about. Not parents, but they were like, they were both attorneys, and indemnity is, and indemnify is a legal term. So I remember that because I asked them to use it in the sentence, and I spell it with E's or Y's, and I remember that moment. So
I think it's important for students to compete because I think it really allows them a chance to actually perform under pressure, and it also allows them to grow. It challenges them to do their very best. And I think that's something that in the society today, a lot of students, they don't like challenges, they don't go for challenges, but I think it's something that would help them mature-wise in their daily life.
I think this helps these children develop a certain poise and confidence about standing up in front of other people to do their one thing that they do really well, and that's spell. And I think this is a transferable skill that they would use as they grow older, as they go through college and high school, or high school and college, and in life, when they have to stand up in front of someone and perform.
I would say excellence, because their performance today was excellent. And I commend them, and I think we can learn a lot from them. And I'm hoping that some of them will decide to move on into the energy sector and hopefully develop energy solutions that aren't even that we aren't even have today. And